Hi guys, it's me Daria. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to the museum where the great Russian author Nekrasov lived. And now we are going here. This place is located near Yaroslavl in Karabikha, and it's near my village where is my dacha, and it's so historical place. Now we can buy ticket here to visit this beautiful museum. Nikolai Nekrasov was Russian poet, writer, classic author of Russian literature. He is the best known for such works as the epic poem Who Lives Well in Russia, the poems Frost Red Nose, Russian Woman, the poems Ded Mazai and Harris, Railway. His poems were devoted mainly to the suffering of the people, the tragedy of the peasantry. Nekrasov introduced the richness of the folk language and folklore into Russian poetry, widely using prosaism and speech patterns of the common people in his works. Nikolai Nekrasov came from a noble, once rich family from the Yaroslavl province. He was born in 1821 in November 28. Also, Nikolai Nekrasov was a successful publicist and publisher of the Sovremenic magazine, which became a legendary magazine of its time. The painful atmosphere that prevailed in the family influenced Nekrasov's work. Metaphorical images of parents often appeared in his works. Fyodor Dostoevsky said it was a heart wounded at the very beginning of life, and this wound that never healed was the beginning and source of all his passionate suffering, poetry for the rest of his life. We bought tickets for all the tours that were on that day. For my mom it cost 250 rubles and for me 500 rubles. We were in the house where Nikolai Nekrasov lived and ate and wrote his poems. The poet had a particularly close relationship with his mother. She was his best friend and first teacher. She instilled in him a love for the Russian language and the literature world. And some information about museum. In 1946, on the occasion of the 125th anniversary of the poet's birth, by decree of the Council of Ministers of the USSR, the Yaroslavl Regional Executive Committee was instructed to restore the estate in Karabikha and organize a memorial museum in it. In 1949, the literary department was opened in the big house. The expositional life and work of Nikolai Nekrasov had sections. Childhood of Nekrasov, Yaroslavl Gymnasium, the beginning of literary activity, contemporary, creativity of the 80s, Karabikha, Nekrasov and the Yaroslavl territory, Soviet department. Among the exhibits are paintings, lithographs, engravings, copies of manuscripts. Among them, 24 are memorial books from the Karabakh Personal Library, photographs of the poet's father, furniture. In 1951, the Memorial Department was opened in the East Wing, which is based on a memorial complex of objects, furniture, dishes, personal belongings of the poet. In the halls of the second floor, the furnishings of Nekrasov's private rooms have been restored. In 1959, Museum Estate of Nikolai Nekrasov Karabikha became a branch of the State Yaroslavl Rostov Historical, Architectural and Art Museum Reserve. In 1968, the first day of poetry was held in Karabikha, which marked the beginning of the Old Union and then the All-Russian Nekrasov Poetry Festival, one of the oldest literature holidays in the country. In 1987, the museum receives independence, and the name State Literary and Memorial Museum Reserve of Nikolai Nekrasov Karabikha. In 1999, the first in Russia Children's Literature Museum of Ded Mazai was opened. In 2011, the museum received the status of a state autonomous cultural institution of the Yaroslav region. And then, after excursions, we going in the forest near houses. In 1970 and 1971, the upper pond with a cascade and a dam with a bridge in the lower park were recreated. In that day I felt bad, I was sick, and then afterward I felt better. It was text about Russian woman poem. And then me and my mom had a lunch. This buffet was in old Russian style. It's samovar on the table. Oh, I like it so much. In samovar, the tea was so delicious. But there in the buffet were only ice cream, pies, coffee, and tea. It's museum opening hours.